Hello, my patriot and militia friends. Good buddy RashBone back with you again here today. Well, my friends, today we're going to tackle a very important issue having to do with firearms. Now, before we begin, it is very important that when handling firearms that we are very careful. Always make sure that your firearms are unloaded, and never put your finger on the trigger like MrRashBone does. That is very dangerous. Even if you know that your firearm is unloaded, never do this. This is horribly stupid, and you could cause mass casualties and horrible bloody things all over the place. So make certain that your firearms are well prepared in advance before you start messing around. Now, as a disclaimer, all firearms shown here today are unloaded, checked, and rechecked, not only by myself, but by my militia unit sitting in the other room. Now, I'm hoping that none of them tried to fool me and put one in the chamber, so if something happens, it's not my fault. Now, my friends, let's get on with this. As you can see here, we have old Bessie. Many of you have seen old Bessie before. She's a beautiful flintlock pistol, and while she's only one shot, damn it, man, when I fire this weapon into a lizard person, that one shot always counts and I always hit my mark. Now, if you are not into old Bessie-like handguns, well, have we got a show for you. Now, most people know handguns as, well, you have your wheel guns, your revolvers, and you have your automatic pistols. Now, there's a great debate on which one is better and which one is more reliable and all of those other things. And a lot of people who are just getting into guns want to know which one they should buy first. Well, my friends, you're in luck because today's video is all about that. And we're going to talk about which gun you should buy and what you can use your weapon for once you have bought it. Oh my goodness, let's just get started because it's going to be beautiful, and I hope that this helps all of you to purchase your weaponry for the upcoming lizard attack and alien invasion event that is going to be happening very shortly. Now, I have two representative type guns that we're going to look at today. First off, my friends, we're going to look at a revolver. This is a beautiful double-action Smith & Wesson revolver, 357 Magnum. Now, 357 Magnums are very powerful rounds, and when you shoot it at something, it will just totally vaporize it into a small, bloody pile of crap. So that's one beautiful thing about a weapon like this, my friends. Having a 357 on you just makes you feel so powerful and special that when you're strolling through the forest and you see a lizard person, you'll just giggle and maybe chuckle a little at them and say, "Damn it, you lizard person, you've got nothing on me." And then you point it and you fire at them, and they either get hit and fall down and die, or from the north they run away into the forest never to be seen again. That is one reason why revolvers are so wonderful to have on hand. Now, some people might say that, MrRashBone, if you're going to be hunting lizard people, wouldn't you rather have a rifle? Well, of course I'd rather have a rifle, but we're not talking about rifles today, my friends. We're talking about handguns. What happens if you are maybe skiing in the alpine slopes and the only weapon you could carry on you is your handgun? You can't carry a semi-automatic rifle on you when you're skiing. People would be scared and they might crap themselves and tell on you, and they'd kick you out of the ski area and you would lose all of that ski time because you were stupid enough to carry a large rifle with you. That is stupid. So we're going to continue speaking about these guns which you can keep on you in your holster, even when you're skiing or doing other things. And yes, I would rather have a rifle, but in those times when we can't have a rifle, these are the next best thing, my friend. Now, our other representative weapon for today is a beautiful Glock 22 pistol. This is chambered in .40 caliber, and man, I'll tell you something. When I fire this weapon off, it makes a loud bang. Just like most guns do, but the bang is so pretty, it almost makes me just a little crazy when I hear it. Now, which one is better, my friends? Well, personally, I love both of these because they are mine. And of course, I love all of the guns that I have because, well, I just do. I buy my weapons for a reason because I think they're special. Just like I think all of you are special. Now, which one is better? Well, there really isn't a better gun here, but there are different uses for these guns. You see, as a new shooter, I would tend to tell you to buy a revolver. Possibly not in .357 Magnum though, because the recoil is so expensive that it will just recoil right out of your hand and you might throw it into the forest and you'll never be able to find it without a metal detector. So I might go with something a little bit less punchy than the .357. Maybe a .38 caliber revolver would be more your speed. And maybe for those weak individuals who have no muscularity at all, they could go with a .22 long rifle revolver, because there's barely any kick to that. And, weaklings need to carry guns too, but, they can't handle recoil of a .357 or probably even a .38 because they're so weak and bony and they have no muscle. Now, that's for a new user. Now, I personally like revolvers anyway, just because they're cool. They sound cool when you cock them, they look cool when the cylinder rotates, and oh my goodness, they're just beautiful. And look at that, it comes out. It's so cool. Now, a lot of people, for you newer people, a lot of people will call these wheel guns. Now, I just want to let you know that it's not because this pistol has wheels on it, okay? You can't roll this down the sidewalk or anything like that, because that's not really what they mean when they say that. Well, it's a wheel gun because this is basically a wheel, you see. And that's why they call them wheel guns. It doesn't actually have wheels like a bicycle or a car or any other mode of transportation like that. So when somebody says wheel gun, don't think that it's going to drive off on its own, because guns do not drive off on their own, my friend. It takes a person to drive a gun off. That's for you anti-gunners out there who say that guns go off by themselves and murderate people and things. Now, back to this gun, my friends. I'm going to put the revolver down because it's making me feel too sexy to hold it anymore. Now, my friends, the Glock 22 pistol is a .40 caliber firearm. This one has been safety checked, but I do have some .40 caliber rounds in the magazine. And by the way, my friends, this is a magazine, not a clip. I get so frustrated when people call this a clip. So please stop doing that because it really upsets MrRashBone. Now, I'm going to keep the magazine out of my Glock 22 .40 caliber pistol. And I've watched a lot of gun videos and they always safety check them on the video. So I want to be just like everyone else, and I'm going to do that for you right now. First off, nothing in the magazine, my friends. Isn't that interesting? There's nothing in there at all. Secondly, it's open and there's nothing in the chamber. Everybody always holds their guns up to the video camera and says, look, you can see there's nothing in the chamber. I'm almost guaranteeing you that nobody can actually see that there's nothing in this chamber. But I am putting my finger in it. I am violating the chamber with my finger, checking very carefully to see that there's nothing in there. And oh my goodness, I can feel a hole, so there's nothing in this weapon. So, now that we know that this weapon is unloaded, my friends, let's talk about the beauty of it. Well, the beauty of a .40 caliber Glock weapon is that you can just pull the trigger 16 times in a row, and it'll go bang, bang, bang 16 times. And that is much faster faster than a wheel gun. While most wheel guns only have 6 rounds, some only have 5, some have 8. I don't know if they make them any bigger than that, but still, my friends, 16 rounds compared to 6 to 8 rounds. I don't know. I think we now understand why this is better. Now, why is it not as good? Well, my friends, now we checked to see, before I go on here, we did check to see that this is an empty weapon, so understand that this next little part is being done safely. I don't want to hear any lip. No lip about this. You be careful and quiet, and we'll go on. Now, the bad thing about these kinds of weapons, my friend, is if a lizard person, let's say, comes out of the bushes and is clawing his way towards you, and he gets like about this far away from your face, you've got your weapon, and now you have to stick it right into him. Do you see that? Do you see what's happening right there? If that happens, my friends, you cannot fire your automatic pistol. You're in deep doggy doo-doo. Now you can, you see. But when he pushes on it with his slimy skin, it takes your weapon out of battery. And then you're in trouble. Then basically all it is a small weapon like a hammer. You have to beat him on the head with it over and over again until he falls down, and then you can whack another one and blow his damned brains out with it. Now, I've just shown you the fault of an automatic weapon. Let's show you the wheel gun or the revolver and show you the difference and how beautiful it truly is. I hate to pick this back up again because the sexiness just wore off and it's going to come back immediately. Now, safety checking this weapon. It is completely empty, my friends. Now, again, don't give me any lip. I'm doing this safely. Be quiet. Now the lizard person is right up next to you again. You can put this up to the lizard person and you can slam it in his beady little eyes if you want to, or you could stick it in his rectal cavity. It doesn't matter what you do. It is not going to go out of battery, and it will always go click, and if there were rounds in it, it would have gone bang. That is the beauty of a wheel gun, my friends. So very simplistic, and it usually always goes bang. And especially when the lizard people get too close, you have to stick it into their gut. You could still fire it without it going out of battery. Now, like I said, I enjoyed both of my lovely handguns. But what happens when you can't take one of these with you because it's just too damned big? Well, my friends, you can always go down to the smaller Glocks. This happens to be a Glock 27 and 40 caliber. It's small but deadly. 10 rounds worth of death and destruction lie right behind the barrel. And yes, it is empty, my friends. There's nothing in this weapon. So, there we go. We clicked it. This is much tinier than the Glock 22. Let me show you that right now. There's the Glock 22. There's the Glock 27. Could you see the difference? Big difference, my friends. Look at that. Such a tiny, pretty little 40 caliber weapon that you can stick into your pants and nobody will ever know it's there. Now, if this isn't small enough for you, let's go one better. You know, when you're wearing shorts and a tank top at the beach, sometimes you're just not capable of carrying even this beautiful little handgun. So what do? Well, my friends, you go to the teeny tiny handguns, even smaller. Now this is just a little 25 caliber. I would not recommend this caliber for any kind of heavy lizard or alien extermination practices, but my friends, it's a beautiful little thing to have on you when you want to shoot a lizard right in the damned face and piss him off. Do you feel lucky, punk?